met somebody, an Italian fella.
I don't want you to go. I want you to stay here with me.
The beautiful and kind of heartbreaking thing about this and about the two guys in it is that they're both wonderful and they both offer her security in different ways.
Her choice between two countries and two men is about as dramatic as it gets. And it's a story which I think gets complications that come with leaving home and falling in love.
Would you dance with me?
I'm not Irish.
So what were you doing at an Irish dance?
I really like Irish girls.
I think the love story really is more of a metaphor for picking new lives, really.
Ready?
Tony's such a sweet character, and he sees Ailish and he instantly knows that she's the one for him.
There's this sort of timeless desire for that kind of courtship and that kind of chivalry and intimacy.
How would it be for you if I did go home?
I'd be afraid.
Afraid that I wouldn't come back.
Home is home.
Ailish, this is Jim Farrell.
It's a great pleasure to meet you. She hasn't told anybody that she has this very serious relationship in Brooklyn. She's kept it quiet. And so when she meets him, it's clear that he's interested in her, and that's just a complication she doesn't want.
I'm going back.
But you can have a bit of fun while you're here, can't you?
But then his just natural charm, charisma and good looks slowly take over proceedings.
Is that Jim Farrell I saw? He's a catch for someone.
Jim is home and Jim is a certain type of security and there's a real comfort to that and there's like an innate understanding.
I'd imagined a different life for myself.
But your life here could be just as good.
They're very different people, Jim and Tony. They offer very different things to her, both sets of which are really, really valuable. And so neither of those men is necessarily the right man or the wrong man compared to the other man.
They've both got an awful lot to offer and ultimately it's down to which choice she'll make. There was nothing here for me before and now I have a job and...
It's the story about two men that she falls for, but it's also bigger than that as well. She also does have to choose what kind of a life she is going to have, and when you make a choice, it means not having other choices available to you, and that's part of growing up, is realizing that when you go in one direction, you're closing a bunch of other doors.
It's a proper, people say love triangle all the time, but it's really difficult, I think, that set of circumstances, because there's no one answer which is correct. And I think that's real life, and I think that's grown up, and I think it's really interesting in the movie.